Hey guys, welcome back. Nigel here at known as Nigel's Modelling Bench. This is part 2 of the 1/32 scale Eurofighter Typhoon review, and this time we're looking at the aftermarket I've got. Now, if you look back to, I think it was on Saturday I did it, Saturday the 2nd of March, I made a review on the nose gear that's available for it to replace the weak and poorly detailed plastic kit part. So now we're going to look at some other aftermarket I've got, in that I've got some Eduard sets for it, and they're all fairly old. They're getting on for 10 years old now. So yeah, they're old style Eduard, and I'll cover that as I go through it. So starting off by looking at the interior, and just note here with the instructions, these are not the instructions you get with the sets. I always go onto the Eduard website or the Hannant's website and print out the instructions, because that way you get them in A4 and in colour. What you get with the set is not A4, it's generally A5, and they're generally black and white. So when you're old and blind like me, then it's good to have things bigger in front of you to work with. So as you can see here, the Eduard PE comes in these normal size packets, and then in this particular set we've got 2 frets. So we've got 1 fret here, which is basically all the cockpit interior. We've got the rudder pedals down there, and you can see that it's pre-coloured. Now if I get a bit of flicker on the cameras, guys, I'm sorry, but it's only on this bit you're going to get it. So yeah, we can see the panels there and the switch gear, and basically, yeah, there you go. It's all there, all in etch. So you get a kind of a nice effect of having the instrument panels there. The only problem with it is you don't get much of a 3D effect. So if you really want that 3D effect, you're better off going for resin. And then I've got a black plastic case here that I'm going to use as a background. And then this is the fret of plain metal. You can tell this is old because it's got this, I don't know what sort of plating it is. I think it must be nickel or something, but I know it's a nightmare to solder, so I generally have to try and get it off somehow. But yeah, we can see we've got detail there. That's the side panels of the cockpit, and the rails there, and some other bits and pieces. This is probably part of the mechanism for the canopy. But yeah, it's all lots of little sharp metal additions that will enhance the look of your aircraft. And there's in the middle there, you can see part numbers. What's that? 46, I'm guessing. They're the mirrors, or they're 47. So there we go. So a quick look through the instructions. So as I said, you can see we've got replacement panels here. We've got rudder panels there, and then this is going to be some sort of display. And then on the actual instrument panel itself, we're replacing pretty much all of that, all the different displays, all the different screens and everything. Adding more panels here as we're adding the instrument panel in, and then this is going to be the area behind the cockpit. And then we've got a piece of PE for the control stick there, and then we've got some bits to go on the coaming. This looks like it's going to be in the back of the canopy, the area, the sort of shelf that goes in the back of the canopy. We've got the rails going into the canopy there. And then we're adding the rails onto the actual, and there's a side panel there going into the fuselage itself. So, so yeah, all in all, pretty complete little set for the cockpit, and should make quite a difference to the overall look of the model. Not sure about the accuracy of the colour. Sometimes Eduard PE tends to be a little off on the colour on the interiors, particularly on the German stuff. Now we're going to move on to the next set I've got, which is the for the seat belts, and I'll show you the fret here. You can see we've got some printed texture on the seat belts, and there's some other bits and pieces there for the seat. We've got the pull rings for the ejector mechanism and all sorts there, and the center clamp there for the harness. So yeah, all pretty nice, all pretty nicely etched. I have concerns. These represent cushion fronts or whatever, and they are fairly. They're like the stiff nylon sort of cushions you'd see in a boat or something, you know, on the outside of a boat. But I don't know, replicating them in photo etch, I'm not so sure. Maybe better off with a resin seat, but you know, this is there. You can give this a go and see how it looks. Certainly if you're having the canopy closed, it would be absolutely fine. So that's the seat belts looked at. Now we're going to move on to the exterior, and this is where I'm going to start to talk about Eduard. Now, with this exterior set, we can see we get two fairly large frets, and I can show you here, if I use my box again, you can see here that we've got, this is all the fret, all the parts for the engine. We've got the turkey feathers that go around the back, got some grills going on here, I don't know what they're for, lots of round panels, other bits and pieces in here, we'll see those in the instructions in a minute. And basically, yeah, there's loads and loads of bits and pieces and little tiny brackets that go on that would be impossible to injection mould with this kind of sharpness. So yeah, fitted correctly, bent correctly, they'll look great. So all very nice indeed. And then we can move on to the other panel here. And here we've got our vents around the gun on the side. And then we've got some more stiffening parts here. More bracketry, little greeblies, odds and ends. Looks like some surrounds for some access panels or something. Looks like some access caps there. And yeah, generally just some more grills here. Are they open? No, yes they are. So yeah, and then these here are obviously open as well. And I'll probably say in the instructions you rub these with a ballpoint pen and it makes them come out to look like louvers. And there's no way you'll get louvers looking like that with plastic. And we've got all the lines there for the undercarriage legs. The only problem with that is in 32nd scale, two-dimensional, I don't know, perhaps dip them in some varnish or something, make them more rounded. So here we go here, this is the bits and pieces, and this is going into the area where the missiles sit. And then here we've got a grill being replaced. They're telling you to remove that, and then add this piece in here that's going in between the engines by the look of it. And then we've got this here, it's telling you to bend it up. That's the piece I was showing you. So you can see there's going to be amazing detail on that. We've got some wig nuts going on there as well. I'm assuming these are going to be FOD covers, these parts here, with the wing nuts on, so you'd only have them if you're on a ground display. And then we've got engine parts here. I'm guessing this is the intakes. And then we've got the exhaust turkey feathers going on there. Lots of details for the hinges on the front undercarriage doors. Detail here that you won't need if you're using the aircraft leg. Then we've got the main gear doors here. We've got more hinge detail going in, which is lovely. Some more detail for the inside of the main landing gear bays. Or is that the front? That's the front landing gear bay, isn't it? That's the nose gear bay. The FOD cover there for the engines. Got two of those. If you're not familiar with Eduard, that symbol there, that little half circle next to the number 5, that means repeat on the other side. Then we've got some more detail here for the main gear, and then brake detail. As I say, the lines going in there with the support bracket, the clamp ring there holding the lines in place. So even if you don't use the lines, we've got all these other bits and pieces to use, which is nice. Then we've got the ladder. That'd be the access ladder for the crew, with the steps on there folded up. And what's this? This is the main gear door, I'm guessing, or the front nose gear door, I'm guessing. I don't know. No, this is just a panel, just an access panel. That there, I'm not sure what that is, but it looks like this is an FOD cover. And then more brackets there for the refueling probe by the look of things. And then some more brackets here. That's an FOD cover by the look of it. So we've got every cover we could ever need for an on airfield display. Okay, and on to the last page, and we've got some detail here going on inside the air brake, which will look very nice if you've got the air brake up. Didn't notice if there's any detail for the actual fuselage itself under the air brake. Didn't see that. And then we've got some bits and pieces here going on the missiles. And so you can see there. Now the one thing I did want to say, which is really nice, well, it's not so nice for the modern day. If you notice, they've called this the exterior set, and you're getting parts for the engines, you're getting parts for the undercarriage, and you're getting parts for the weapons. And in this day and age, unfortunately, Eduard tend to make all their sets individual so they can sell you loads. And so basically these days you would get engine set, undercarriage set, exterior set and weapons set. So you'd be buying 4 small sets of PE to do what this one does. And yeah, this is how it used to be. And in fact it used to be many years ago, if you go back to when Eduard first started up, you would buy, I've got one for the Mitchell, the 148th Revell Mitchell. And you basically bought a PE set for the Mitchell, and that was it. It was just one PE set, and you had like 5 or 6 frets of brass, and you used all of it all over the aircraft. And yet now they seem to be splitting everything up. I've just ordered the sorry, today is the 3rd of March. It's Sunday the 3rd of March 2019, and tomorrow, Monday, I'm expecting in the post the interior set for the 132nd scale HK Lancaster. And when you see that, it's a joke. There's nothing in it. And there's probably going to be a cockpit rear interior set and a cockpit right hand side interior set and a cockpit front interior set. It's become a bit of a joke, to be honest. But this is how it used to be, and I think it's how it should be. It's more like how Voyager work today. They tend to do pretty much complete sets. So that's it, rant over. And now the final set I've got here, which is the ladder. I think this is all the sets they do other than masks. And this is the Eurofighter ladder. This is the proper maintenance ladder, not the crew access ladder. So basically, here's your sheet of brass. It's here. And as you can see, it's basically, you've got 4 main uprights. 1, 2, 3, 4 there. And then you've got this tray that goes on the side. These are the steps, and this is all part of the framework that goes around the tray here. So I'll show you how it's made up. It's going to look really impressive if you do this nice. You're obviously making up the main ladder here, and then making up the upper ladder there, adding the steps and everything. They're all folded as they would be. It's going to look extremely realistic. And then you're making up this tray there that sits on the side of the aircraft. This is upside down here, and it kind of just sits on the side of the aircraft, and then the maintenance guys have a platform to stand on. And there you can see this is the front part of the tray here, which will eventually fold over, I'm guessing. So yeah, and then that'll sit on this step on the side of the aircraft. So you know, in a display with all your FOD covers, with your air brake open, canopy up, you know, all your removed before flight, everything, it's going to be a very, very impressive looking display, and will certainly be an eye catcher at shows. I believe the Eurofighter is a very much loved aircraft in this country, in the United Kingdom. So so there you have it, guys. That is all the aftermarket I've got, other than the nose gear that I showed you a couple of days ago. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Hope you liked it. If you did, please give me a like, and maybe tell your mates about me, and subscribe. So I'll see you all soon for another review. You probably noticed I'm not doing a lot of building. It's because of my thumb. I'm now able to show you my bandage. It's the wound is healing up. So I can't really do much modelling because I get all dust in there if I start sanding. I can't handle any small parts. I can't really hold a knife without it slipping. So yeah, this has been a right pain. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you all soon. Happy modelling. Bye bye.